We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Tonight we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the New York Giants.
Jason Blair is kicking off for Seattle.
Two 1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now a 2-time Pro Bowler coming off a big year, Saquon Barkley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. He's got him in, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Here we go. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. They find some open field here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
After a couple of seasons of battling injuries, the former #2 overall pick returned to Pro Bowl form with over 1,300 yards and 10 touchdowns. Just as important, played 16 games and handled over 350 touches, essentially carrying the Giants' offense.
And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They work now on second and 9. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Dom Capers.
Now Jones. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Gano's kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead.
A pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. The leading rusher among rookies a season ago. Here's Kenneth Walker. And he'll be out right at the 35. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Great pickup by Walker. It was the 2nd back off the board in the 2022 draft. But he was 1st among rookies in carries, yards, and touchdowns, and was the Rookie of the Year runner-up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Smith. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. It's a big play there for Seattle. 44 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. 2 carries for him now on the opening drive, both for good yardage.
And based on film study, they thought that there was a chance to spring him more than once for some pretty good yardage in this game.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Throwing now is Geno. Targets Metcalf along the sideline. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. And you see who they went after their young rookie cornerback.
Yeah, I mean, what else would you do? You got to test him. And make sure you test him over time. It's not 1 or 2 throws. It's multiple per game. And people will test him until he proves that he can handle it.
Well, he's got a couple quarters to prove it here. We're only in the 1st. He better step up. From the 2 now. 2nd and goal. Walker trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the run. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
Walker once more, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
Myers' kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Up the middle with Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 58 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Throwing Jones. He'll look downfield for Waller. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. So problems with Aaron passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week. And you can't do it all on one throw.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Here's Walker to start the drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on the calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 3-3.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the end zone, Smith. Walker with a grab, left side. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in the open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up the first down.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Smith and Jigba showing there that he is exactly what the Seahawks offense needed. A guy who complements what they already have and some productive receivers outside, and he can rack up catches in their system.
There we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Walker. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. He may go. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ken Walker, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Now Jones looking to throw on 2nd down. He's got Bellinger.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards it.
And this will be a Giants first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. The Giants are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season, and they fell in the opener, got back on the beam with a win in week 2, but stumbled again last week to fall under 500.
And despite that stumble, I don't think anyone's too concerned because they've made mistakes that they believe are correctable. And this is a team still getting to know each other. I'm not that concerned, and neither are they.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Flush to his right. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense,
They've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
It'll be just an 18-yard punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend, but you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here.
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up, and the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
Holmes returning from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Derek Hall brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Bama, Bama, Bama.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones buying time to his left. To Barkley on the check down. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Oh, it's a wobbler here. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Back to Walker on first down.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
130 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On first down, it's Smith. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches.
On second down, it's Walker.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Third and 9 here. On third down, here's Walker.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. It's a pickup of 7, and it is also the final play of the first half. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 38. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Running left is Walker. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And his throw is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll toss this out right to Walker. 146 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Just beating the play clock, Smith.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Gino. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
13X.
Here's Smith. And that will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Go, dog, dog, dog.
Jones on 1st down. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Barkley, inside handoff. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Giants get a bit closer.
And that's a step in the right direction. This had the feeling of one of those turning point kind of drives. If you come up empty there, it could be a long road back. But they persevered and hung around, and they closed the gap here in the 3rd quarter with their first touchdown of the game.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 158 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Toss left side for Walker. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Hey, go flip her up, flip her up. Check 58.
Walker with another carry. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 8. Now Smith. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower. That front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Half 18, half 18.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. Well, I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Biggie.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And now off to the races, down the right side. Saquon Barkley, and he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Giants have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
The Smith's throw caught here by Metcalf. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Seahawks on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Trying the left side with Walker. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see. In other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Sticking with Walker on second down. The 20. 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker. His second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the math there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
Jason Myers to kick off for
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Chip.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. A nice move gets him a few extra. Down just shy of his 20. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Back to throw. Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Detroit Johnson.
Looking to throw. Jones. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And it's going to be a short field to work with after this one. It's touchdown at the 45-yard line. A gear for Walker running right. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Big Leonard Williams, the one who came in and got him.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So it's a win for the Seahawks here, and it was due in large part, Charles, to the play of their quarterback.
Yeah, he really had his A game tonight. He threw a couple of touchdown passes, and he was instrumental in earning this victory.
So for the Seahawks, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from East Rutherford.